You man, Diamond K in here, Greg in the building. What's going on, man?
What's up? What's up? What's going on with you, player?
Yeah, man. Of course, pandemic and whatnot's got people having to come up with creative ways to have conversations.
Right.
And so I wanted to talk about your top 5 songs, like your top favorite songs to drive to. You know what I mean? And it's just like both of us take long drives, and if your music ain't right, the drive is difficult.
It's gonna suck. Man, when you called me yesterday about this, I had to think about this one because I stay listening to music in my car, and just like you do. And man, when you said top 5, I had to really think about it, man, because I really had to look at the East Coast, I had to look at the West Coast, I had to look at down South, because there's so much good stuff.
Yeah.
And my top 5, which everybody has their own different view, but mine covers all 3. So I got a little something from the East, West, and the South. I don't know what yours look like, but what do you like when you say your top 5 songs to ride to, like what kind of vibe are you talking about being in?
I like a upbeat vibe, you know what I mean? And I definitely like an upbeat, something upbeat. I'm definitely looking for bass.
Oh yeah, definitely on that.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's gotta have that. I am looking for lyrics too. I want them to be saying stuff where I'm like, dang, yo said that. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, and that's a good vibe to be on.
Yeah.
Mine is more or less, like because when I'm in my car, man, that's my comfort zone. That's my escape. Yeah. And like I like to be relaxed, laid back, and I like to groove, get into the groove of the music. Like it's a sunny day and the weather is just not too hot and it's just right. You know what I mean, man?
Yeah.
You're feeling good, man. Yeah. The car clean.
Definitely.
Man, that's stress reliever ever, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, so I and my list is not in any order per se. It's just these are just my top 5 ones. It might be. It might be in order. Now I'm thinking about. Let me move something around here. So you want to start at the bottom? Wait, how do you want to start?
Well, we could start at the bottom. Mine, my top 5 is in no particular order.
Okay.
I'm just going to give you 5 through 1.
Okay.
We can start with your 5 and my 5 first.
Okay. Yeah. So my number 5 on this list is I Get My Roll On by South Central Cartel.
Oh man, that song, man.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, South Central Cartel I think is an underrated group.
Definitely. And you made it on Def Jam.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, as far as the lyrics of the song, I feel like the rappers were talking about driving. You know what I mean? And even though I don't have a 6'4", you know what I mean, never had one, never even drove one. I don't even know if I rode in one before. But it's just the vibe of the song. It's got a good steady beat. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. It's just like something that you can just kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good one, man. I mean, that was the music, the lyrics, everything was just perfect on that song, man.
Yeah.
And okay, now my number 5, like I say, mine is in no order, but and I think you can relate to this one. Ice Cube, Today Was a Good Day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's another one of them. It's just like, it feels like because of what he's saying and his whole vibe, he's talking about his day, and especially if you play that at night, it's like you kind of can reflect on your day, and you just kind of just, you know what I mean? That's a perfect song. I love that song. I love that song.
Like, I mean, classic sample. I mean, the video was hot.
Oh,
I mean, it was like I say, man, he just reflected on a day where everything went right. You know what I mean, man?
Right.
So, that was good, man.
Yeah, which can be rare for a day where everything goes right. And so my number 4 is Ignorant Shit by Drake and Lil Wayne. And so that's that song. They have an Ozzy Brothers sample. They sample Between the Sheets and then they sped it up. And I like that. I like that vibe. I always love the Ozzy Brothers song.
Right.
But also they are really going in on the lyrics. And it's like a back and forth type of vibe. I like that song a lot.
Okay. That's a good one, man. Now, my number 4, man. This song I probably cruised to a million times, man. I mean a million times when I lived in Cali, when I came back. Once again, man, it's one of them songs, man, that just make you want to go clean your car, bump the music and ride, man. And it was Dr. Dre, Let Me Ride.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Classic.
It describes, the day, your day, Yeah.
And he's talking about riding. You know what I mean? So that's like it's perfect. The lyrics just put you in that mindset of what he's speaking about.
Right. Exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. On to number 3.
Yeah. So number 3, and this may not be a well-known song, and it can be an acquired taste. Okay. But it is 2 Chainz Lamborghini Truck.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, and so he got a good little vibe going on. I like the track. It's like a mid-tempo kind of track. Bass is real heavy, and I think 2 Chainz is underrated as far as a southern rap. I think that he's underrated.
I do like 2 Chainz. I do, man. I do. He got some hot stuff, man.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. I'm gonna go back to the early 90s on this one. We're gonna switch course a little bit. I'm gonna go with Black Moon, Buck 'Em Down.
I
love
that song.
I love that sample, man. You hear it, man. I mean, it's, oh my goodness, that just put me in a zone, man.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good era. It's funny that that's where you at, because my next one, and we had number 2, right? Is an early 90s song as well from the East Coast, and that is Biggie Juicy.
Oh, that's a good classic song sample.
Yeah.
You can just picture everything that was happening in that song.
Absolutely. It's a feel-good song. It's a, ashy to classy, rags to riches type of thing. And the sample, of course, legendary, Juicy Fruit. And it's just, exactly. I didn't realize, and I just looked this up recently, I didn't realize that Trackmasters, one of the Trackmasters produced that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I was looking up something about the Trackmasters. Oh, I was looking up to see if the Trackmasters was still active. And they had disbanded, they got back together, and they're not like as active as they were at one time, and they kind of on some other things, but they occasionally do music. But so I also did not know that. I didn't really know a lot about Trackmasters, I see, because I didn't realize that Trackmasters signed Nas initially. They put out he was signed to them when they did the Illmatic.
Right.
They didn't do any production on there, but he was signed to Trackmasters. They didn't do production until it was written, which was the one that is his most commercially successful one. But people were mad because they said it was too commercial, and that was the Trackmasters production. Yeah. So, but yeah, the Juicy is the song that really blew Biggie up, and it's one of my favorites by him.
I love it. It was a classic song, man. My number 2, we're gonna go back to the West Coast again. And I could not leave this song off the list, man. Dr. Dre, Nothing But a G, man.
Mm.
You know, I mean, that song, man. Once again, they took another good sample, and you know, they flipped it, and it was just a feel good song, man.
Were you in California when that came out?
Yes. Yes.
What was the vibe? What was the vibe like in that? Like, were people really enjoying that song at that time?
He had it on lock, man.
Okay.
The Chronic was, everybody was playing that. He had the game on lock, man. I mean, hot wasn't even the word, man. I mean, everybody had it, man. You know.
Yeah, it was over here real heavy. And I tell you what's so timely about this conversation that we having with you know, a couple of Dr. Dre songs appearing on our list is that they just reissued the Chronic.
Right, because I think he owns it now.
Yes, he does. And so they just reissued it, and so now you can get it, because for a while you couldn't get it on streaming sites, couldn't download it, you couldn't get it. And it's back out, and it has aged very well. I listened to it from beginning to end a couple times. Came out last Friday, and yeah, it's such a classic piece of work. My goodness.
I mean, it's just like it was a collective effort.
Yeah,
on everybody's part, man. And everybody got a chance to shine.
Yeah,
you know, I think so. You know, everybody got a chance to shine, and like you say, from beginning to end, not a bad song. You know?
Yeah, my number one is I tend to lean to songs that I feel like make me reflect myself, and you know, so it's like I'm doing music videos in my car, you know, the ones where the rapper's driving or in the car and he's rapping the lyrics. Like I be doing all that kind of stuff, especially with a long ride. My number one is "Picture Me Rolling" by Tupac.
Oh man, once again, another classic sample. That was hot.
Yeah.
You know, what can you say, man? Once again, it's one of them songs to make you visualize. You know, man, and it's a good one, man. You know,
yeah.
I love it. That's a good choice right there, man.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go down south now on my number one. You ready for this one? And me and you like this song a lot. 8 Ball and MJG, Space Age Pimpin'.
Oh, I forgot about 8 Ball and MJG. Yes, that's one of them songs. That's a special song. I like 8 Ball and MJG. I always like their you know, I mean, they're opposites almost, and it's
right.
But their flow, yeah, it's just.
Oh man, that track was just, I mean, and that vibe that they were on, man.
That's like mid 90s, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Hot.
Because matter of fact, I think you turned me on to the song.
Yeah, you know? they mid 90s they were doing their thing. I mean, when they had the curls, then they cut the curls. I love 8 Ball and MJG.
I always liked 8 Ball and MJG, man. I mean, like for this list now, man, I could have had 50 songs for this list, man, because I mean, it's just so much stuff that I listened to, man, and like there's so many good artists with good songs that could be on this list, man. And you
have any honorable mentions?
Yeah. I like The Game. I like Too Short. I like Currency. Dom Kennedy. Warren G. I mean, and then like, man, I got a list with about 20 other names, man. Like Compton's Most Wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my favorite, DJ Quick, Tonight.
Oh yeah.
That always puts me in the mood, man. Our song Dub Shack. That just sets the mood, man.
What song did we play going to junior prom? We only had one tape in the car.
It was Too Short, Don't Fight the Feeling.
Nope.
It wasn't that?
Nope.
What was it?
That was the sophomore days.
Dang.
We only had one song, one tape.
I don't remember that, man. What was it?
DJ Quick.
Oh wow.
Born and raised in Compton.
Oh my goodness. That's a classic, man.
Yeah.
I mean, oh man, and that whole album, once again, one of them albums you can listen to from beginning to end. It wasn't a bad song on it. The production was tight. His vibe was completely different, man. You know, awesome time and sound.
Absolutely. One of my honorable mentions. This is going to probably be a left field song. But that is "Hold On" by Drake.
Okay.
I like the tempo of the beat. It's a driving beat. And you know, so that it's interesting because when you think about the old stuff, we talk about like 90s, 80s, and then when you look at 80s stuff when it was heavy, you know, drum machine, the sound is different. Then in the 90s we were heavy sampling, the sound was different. 2000s up until where we're at now, do you ever think there's going to get back to a point where it's like the sample, like the 90s sound, like heavy sampling? Do you think that that's going to come back?
Sampling?
Yeah.
No, because it's too expensive. And we killed it in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, the record companies and the lawyers were getting greedy and ridiculous with the demands and the prices. So I don't think that's ever gonna come back.
Definitely. Yeah. But that was a good time. It definitely was a good time. You some of the what turns you on to an artist? Like, do you have to be recommended to the artist? Do you have to hear something from the artist and that makes you go and search more? Like, what turns you on to a new artist?
A new artist, what turns me on to him, man, is like originality. Like, you know, like I was thinking about Cardi B. You know, like, this girl has definitely got it. She's different.
Yes.
You know, and she's not trying to sound like nobody else or be like nobody else. That's what, and you have to give it to her.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like with like even Nicki Minaj. You know, she's different.
Definitely.
You know, and like I don't knock the new music today, the trap and whatever, the rap, but a lot of the artists, all their stuff sound alike, and that kind of like turns me off. Some of the stuff is okay, but it's a lot of it sounds alike to me. You know, everybody's trying to be the same way. You know, and I'm gonna give you an artist that I like is Currency. You know, just on a different vibe. His music is more laid back. He's heavily West Coast influenced.
Definitely.
But he's got that Southern, you know, swagger about him, you know. And
where is he from?
New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I like about that sets a artist apart, that gets me interested. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, this guy's, you know, got some, you know, he sounds different. He's not trying to be like everybody else. You know what I mean? And like Drake, probably one of the most talented, you know, that we have out right now, man. I mean, this guy just unbelievable lyrics. You know, the singing. He chooses good songs, you know, and he's not trying to sound like nobody else.
Yeah, I think that he's gonna go down as one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, definitely.
He's gonna be in that conversation.
Right.
He's gonna be in that conversation.
Right, because you know, to me, he could have made it in any era.
Yes, he could have made it in the 90s.
Yeah, easily. The 2000s. I mean, he could have made it in any of those eras.
Yeah,
he could have made it. So, yeah.
I definitely agree.
So what makes you check an artist out, man, or become interested?
A lot of times, for me, word of mouth does play a part with me. If I see something from the artist, like if you go back to the times when magazines was popping, there would be advertisements. If the advertisement was done in a way that caught my eye, that would make me check out the artist. And of course, it's not a time for that. So if I catch something online, ad for the artist, sometimes that will make me check it out. I also found myself now, if I'm listening to something on YouTube, you know how they had those little commercials, and sometimes it's an artist's music video.
Yeah.
Sometimes lately I've been getting good, pre-roll videos before what I'm actually trying to play comes on. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, let me check this out. Let me see what this is. And I've been getting artists where I like the song, where I would have never known the artist or never knew anything about the artist, but because I listened to whatever I was listening to and they played this before it, I stumble upon it. So I stumble upon a lot of music like that. But yeah, so that's really how I stumble upon. And if I hear songs sometimes on a TV show or commercial, they may play a snippet of an artist, and I may wonder who it is and check it out that way.
Right.
Yeah, so I stumble upon a lot of music.
Same here, man. Same here, man. So it's just one of them things, man. Like you say, like I say, when I'm in my car, man, that's my comfort zone, man. And I'm relaxed, and I'm chilling. I got my music going, and that's just relaxing for me,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
man.
Definitely. So this has been good.
Yeah.
We got to do this again. Yeah, I come up with something, you come up with something, and we chop it up like that.
Oh, no doubt, man. No doubt.
All right. So I'll holler at you. Thanks.
All right, you take it easy, bro.
All right, you too.